It's been a while the Triangle brand is on my list of speakers to test, and more precisely since the high-end Munich 2022, where I was to tease exclusive events of Triangle anniversary editions powered by Musical Fidelity new Vista series, and I did a video about it that you can find in description. And today we are going to take a look of this entry-level series, Borea 03 bookshelf. How it sounds, how it's compared to other speakers in the same retail price, it will be all covered in this video. So a small jump and let's do it. Borea line is composed by 3 floor-standing speakers, center speaker, Dolby Atmos and 2 bookshelves. BR02 and BR03 in test today. Why 03? Well, it has a front bass reflex, something that I really like in a speaker because it makes it more easy to place it, let's say like that. A quite simple design, it doesn't have anything sexy, right? And it's coming with a highly affordable price. In Europe it's something around 400 euro now in 2023, and in US, if I'm not wrong, 380 bucks, something like that, so pretty affordable. Borea line is available in 4 beautiful finish and is equipped with a 25mm silk dome tweeter that has this sort of face plug that they call it EFS, very similar to the Sons Faber. I don't know if it's working in the same way, but it's look like. Tweeter that's also coming with a neodymium magnet with a dome that is placed in this sort of horn loading. And in the end we find this beautiful 16cm woofer driver with a paper membrane. Front grille is magnet and, as you see, really transparent. It's really well done, beautiful, I like it. And the cabinet sides, it's remind me the ELAC debut series that we test. Probably is slightly more heavy, but from a sides and looking, it's really looks similar. What about sound quality? Well, the Triangle Borea is superior to the ELAC debut, especially in timbre accuracy, where here is more natural, balanced and precise. ELAC debut review, don't confuse with the reference one, that is something else. I'm speaking about the ELAC debut 2.0 B6.2, and in the video I told you that it's highly recommended for home theater in 2-channel stereo. Well, I was not so much impressed about it. Then we have the ELAC Unify reference UBR62, also review available in descriptions. That's another story, but it's coming also with a higher retail price. Specs are showing a nominal impedance of 8 ohm with a 90 decibel sensitivity. Frequency range 46 Hz, 22 kHz, plus minus 3 decibel. And they are ultra easy to drive. I powered with the Rotel A11 tripod, also review available in descriptions, and I could push it at high volumes without any problem. And if placed well in the room, in my opinion, doesn't need any subwoofer. But if you are a subwoofer lover, I really suggest to have something like that. For example, the SVS 3000 Micro. It has speed, beautiful in hi-fi stereo, and it will match the Triangle Borea because they have this ultra fast response. Speakers are pretty high, so I suggested to place it on a stand of 60 cm if you want that they remain at the ears level. But I tested also with this 80 cm stand, and to be honest, I like when the soundstage is slightly higher. It's giving me a more live and immersive experience. Playing with the speaker position, I achieve immediately a good sound. They don't need too much toe-in, of course, that is something that will change from room and taste. And I think they have a really great off-axis response because I notice a great soundstage also without too much toe-in and a beautiful center imaging. voices and instruments are never in your face, and also paired for example with the Cambridge CX81, that is an amp that is pushing a little bit the imaging closer to you, I was able to obtain a pretty holographic context. But in my opinion, CX81 is probably not the best amplifier for drive the Triangle Borea 03. I find that was too much warm, bass become boomy, and as entry-level speaker, they was not able to handle all this amount of bass, resulting in a sort of cabinet boomy resonance, especially at high volumes. But pair it with the right amplifiers, for example the Rotel AL, that is more affordable of the CX81, but on the low end is not so much warm, not so much, let's say, aggressive, is more neutral. Well, the Borea 03 was able to give me a more accurate bass with more textures. Bass become more firm with focus and definitions. I lost a little bit of nuance on the top end, something that with the CX81 I really appreciate with this speaker, but in my opinion, if I have to choose between a nuance, a beautiful sweet trebles and a not boomy bass, well, I will choose this last one. Then I moved to the Maya S3, a great amplifier considering the size and the retail price. Beautiful match with the Borea 03. Instrument air voices was not so much airy like with the Rotel AL, but everything was more realistic and natural. So I found that both Rotel and the Project Maya S3 was a great match with the Triangle Borea 03. I really enjoy listening for this speaker at moderate volumes. At high volumes I noticed that you will start to have, I don't know, something like, as I say, cabinet resonance, something that I didn't enjoy probably. And if you have a big size room, then I will take in consideration the Borea 08 or 9. But for small medium room size, they are just perfect. What I like from this speaker is the transparency, especially in reproductions of drums, instruments and strings. It sounds absolutely beautiful. You have this feeling that this big bookshelf speaker is empty inside. It sounds a little strange to say, right? But it's like, imagine a drums. When you play the drums, what you have inside the drums? You don't have nothing, right? It's pretty empty. That you have this beautiful decay that is coming after you kick it with the stick. And same things is happening here. It looks like this cabinet is able to disappear. Great timbre accuracy for the price range. Male and female voices are all natural, neutral and pretty airy. No coloration nor sibilance on treble, and I really enjoy this great sense of scaling. Moving on treble, it's appeared to me bright, but I think it's not, because it's never fatigue. I would not call it a bright treble, but probably energetic. Instruments like cymbal, for example, having spotlight with a sound signature that is never delicate and could sometimes capture your attention. And of course, that's something that you may like it or not. Is not so much, is not aggressive, but definitely energetic. In any case, I could listen for the Borea 03 for hours and hours without any signs of fatigue, something that I really appreciate. And as I say, string instruments that I really enjoy on this speaker are reproduced with such a nuance and sweetness, where picked strings of acoustic guitar, for example, has crispness and a rich realistic tone. So to love to listening audiophile stuff, me too, of course, like Chris Jones, Alan Taylor, Nils Lofgrens, well, this is the speaker for you. The first comparison I did with the Worftel Evo 4.1, review available in description. A speaker that has probably the best designs that I never saw, especially on this retail price range. Beautiful, well made, sexy finish. I don't know how Worftel achieved to have something with such a quality still conserving an affordable price. Anyway, I prefer the sound signature of the Borea 03. It is more punchy on the bottom end, and the top end is, at least, doesn't have any sibilance. something that could come with Wurftel Evo 4.1 and the AMT tweeter, especially if paired with the wrong amplifications, like the Rotel A11, that, yes, I got this sort of semblance. Next I compared the Borea 03 to the pro-ject Box 5S2, review is coming soon. If I did it, I will let it in descriptions. And the Box 5S2 is, wow, a lovely speaker. But it is small and doesn't have the amount of bass that the Borea 03 have, with a low end that without a subwoofer will create probably some issue to someone of you. But if you're already considering to add a subwoofer and your priority is mid and treble, well, the Project Box 5S2 is a killer. And in the end, interesting comparisons. Unfortunately, I couldn't did it because I don't have anymore the Q-Acoustic 3030E. And as far as I remember, something that probably is not so much reliable, right? Anyway, I found that the Triangle Borea, it has more vibe, is a little bit more funny to listening, and the Q-Acoustic is slightly more balanced and, let's say, neutral. But as I say, I don't have any more the Q-Acoustic, unfortunately, so take it just like a personal opinion. In the end, I'm really satisfied from the Borea 03 performance, especially if you take in consideration the retail price. Out of the box doesn't require crazy expensive amplifications to drive it, and with a superb transparency and a sense of scales make me turn on every single day my amplifier just to listening for some music. It may not be the best bookshelf that I hear, but is, in my opinion, one of the best bookshelves in this price range. Something really interesting that I forget to tell you, that I was testing the hi-fi Gryphons, review is available in descriptions, and in this review I'm actually speaking about how to connect the Gryphon to your 2-channel systems, because you can do it and enjoy a Bluetooth that is one of the best that I never test. Anyway, I was switching between Bluetooth and USB, and wow, with the Borea 03 I was impressed from how I could easily hear difference between Bluetooth and USB. From an audio is everything. I hope you enjoyed this short review. A lot of speakers, a lot of amplifiers are coming. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channels, at least considering to do it to support my work, and peace.